Ignore a bit. Okay, already. Once again, welcome to another episode of Top 10 Videos. Now, I know we haven't been on one of these in a while. Sorry, I haven't been able to make one. I'm making a lot of stuff from my other channels. Yeah, so today we're making another. We're returning today for another episode of Top 10 Videos. So yes. Now, I'm thinking not too long ago, actually, how many great TV shows DC has. More, not DC, I mean all comic movies in general, so I'm thinking about something else. But yeah, so yeah, I found myself how many great TV shows that they've had. They have some good movies, well, Marvel mainly does, and DC has some good comics also, but these have both rule in their TV show department. So they were can count on the top 10 best of their TV shows they've ever made. They can consist of either cartoons or live action and TV shows. This doesn't really matter. Yes, also, this time I'm using a binder. A bit more safer, you could say, without getting damaged. Find the page. Alright, so now let's count on the top 10 best superhero TV shows. Number 10 on the list goes to Super Friends. Now, this is an old show that ran back from the 1970s and ran into the 1980s. Which, by that count, it actually ran 13 years. For people who know that show, it's basically like a more, like you say, this more version of the Justice League. So yeah, it ran astounding 13 years. So yeah, so how they have some good episodes. Now, I'm not sure how many seasons ran exactly. Maybe probably at least like, I don't know, maybe 8 seasons, I don't know. Maybe like past 10, I don't know. But yes. And the Superman, like I said, is a more childish version of the Justice League, basically. And in the show, there have been many different alterations of the characters, but it's always been the Justice League. The main characters that have always been in the show have consisted of Superman, Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. They were the main people who were always in the shows. Other people that consisted in the show were in this. The first one I ever watched was called Challenge of the Super Friends, which is when they always go up against the Legion of Doom in a different episode. The team in that consists of people like Green Lantern, The Flash, Hawkman, and three DC characters, which I don't think I've ever been in the comics, known as Black Vulcan, who's a lightning-based character, Apache Chief, who wants to say a word, Aniksha, or I think that's it, or 8 o'clock, I don't know. He said different variations, like Kuro Big, and Samurai, who says, it's like a Japanese word, so I don't know what he says, to get tornado powers, so yeah. There's some variation with where all those guys were gone but they had the main characters, like I said, like Batman, Superman, Robin, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and they had these characters called the Wonder Twins, who were characters basically named Zan and Jaina, who are from a space planet, I forgot, Exor, that's what they're called. And when they basically do this, called Wonder Twin Powers activates, Jaina will have to call on an animal, and she'll turn into that. And Zane will have to call out some kind of like water-based or ice-based thing and turn into that. So you can turn into a giant water hand or an ice saddle, you could say. So yeah, stuff like that. And they also have a pet space monkey Gleek. And one of their versions, they had something called the Challenge of the Super Friends. Was it the all-new Super Friends show? That's what it was called. But then, like, it was sort of like a different section of the show. The first section had like one or two of the characters always fighting a small threat. Then all the Wonder Twins dealing with like a really tiny threat, which is not a big supervillain threat. Then they'll have a section where all the heroes come together for a big threat. Then a small section where the hero teams up with a character that's mainly not in that version of the show. They also have some like decoder stuff where they give you like secret code words to the main plot of it and other stuff. What is it? I'm trying to think. Like they also give you some safety tips and stuff. Some like cool like tricks, like how to craft stuff or do magic tricks, stuff like that. But yeah, they've had like I said many variations. One variation had a character called El Dorado, the Atom, Firestorm was in one, Cyborg was in one also. Actually, in that version that had Cyborg, they called them the Galactic, the Superpowers team for some reason, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, like I said, it did ran for it's not a long year, like 13 years, and that's like a long time to go for one show. And also, guys, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video that this top 10 video is for also because the new CW show Flash premiered the other day, and the third season of Arrow is also premiering today, so that's pretty good. So yeah. Number 9 on our list goes to the 1960s Batman TV show. Now, quickly, I would like to say this is actually the only live-action superhero show that's on this list. So, the 1960s Batman TV show is a really popular Batman show, which got many people into Batman. I was like one of them. I didn't grow up in the 60s, but still, I watched a bit of the episodes. Yeah, it's a really comical version of Batman, where basically comical say there was a bad guy and if they would like punch him or like kick him, stuff like that. A giant word would appear, like it would go like pow or bam, or like they shot something zap or whack, stuff like that, or wham, like just really stuff like that they'll do. And yeah, they have some amazing casting, like Adam West as Batman, who's become a really famous person as Batman. He's appeared in many other Batman-related stuff, like he's appeared in how many TV shows? He's appeared in like 2 different Batman TV shows before. Wait, no, several Batman TV shows before. Appear also as a character as himself on the Fairly OddParents show, which I never got. Whatever, yeah. And so yeah, Burt Ward is Robin, of course, and many other people, I can't remember all their names. Cesar Romero as the Joker. They had 3 people play Catwoman. The first one was Julie Newmar, who played her in the first season, and the second season, Lee Merriweather, who played her in the movie they had, and Eartha Kitt in the 3rd season, which was how long they ran, just for 3 seasons. They also had 3 people who played Mr. Freeze, which is insane. Yeah. They had some impressive stuff, like effects were pretty good, even for the 60s. They had some good, well, not that good effects, like I said, they had some good stuff. They had some really cool costume designs, a good storytelling, and of course, that's also the show where many people might remember how Robin always goes like, holy something, where he'll say holy in some random thing like, I don't know, holy grenade, like something random he'll say involving the plot or something. That's what he'll say. He does that many times in the show. Yeah, they also had classic Batmobiles, so that I've actually met Adam West and both Burt Ward, and actually seen the actual live-action Batmobile. Twice, actually. No, 3 times, actually, in general. So yeah. So I know the show a lot. Pretty cool. It's actually coming out to Blu-ray for the first time ever on Blu-ray and DVD for the 75th anniversary, which is pretty cool. Number 8 on the list is X-Men, the X-Men cartoon from the 1990s. This show got a lot of people into the X-Men, and also brought the X-Men to cartoon and stuff, and it's a quite freaking amazing cartoon. It had, of course, the animation style was not that good back then, but give them credit, it was the 90s and stuff. But storytelling was really good, casting, costume design, and other stuff. The team of X-Men consisted of Cyclops, Wolverine, Rogue, Storm, Gambit, Beast, Jubilee, although I heard Beast, I believe, stayed in a prison cell for like half of the entire first season, which I never got. So what I know, of course, there's also Jean Grey and Professor X. Other X-Men characters appeared in the show, like I believe, like Iceman made an appearance in the show one time, Nightcrawler did, I believe Colossus and Shadowcat did, many other people did, of course. So yeah, they have many stories based around their comics, like they had the Days of Future Past story arc, and of course it was actually not Shadowcat traveling back in time, it was Bishop traveling back in time. I've seen the episode, just look it up on YouTube, actually, it's able to watch. If you don't have Netflix, like I said, you can watch it on YouTube. The Dark Phoenix Saga story they also had. They have many episodes involving Wolverine's past, like stuff with the Silver Samurai and stuff. I don't know many episodes of the stuff. They also had some Sentinel involving Sentinel stuff. But yeah, it is overall really, and the Age of Apocalypse story arc, did they have that? I think they had the Age of Apocalypse. They probably did, it'd be insane if they didn't. But it's a really good cartoon, awesome, amazing, and I highly recommend you go check it out. And also, the one thing everyone can remember when watching the show is the awesome theme music that starts it. If you know the opening where it has that awesome rock and roll kind of music where it goes like da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, stuff like that. That's what many people think of the show. That's why I think at least everyone who remembers that show remembers that theme song, because of course it's such an awesome theme song. Number 7 on the list is Young Justice. This actually is not an old show, really. It was actually back in starting I believe in 2010 and ended in 2014. So yeah, it's not that old of a show. So yes, this show basically is sort of like the Teen Titans almost, but they're not called the Teen Titans. It's basically of course the kid sidekicks of the superheroes, but of course they're not the Teen Titans, of course. There was a TV show called the Teen Titans, but they're not Teen Titans, like I said. Okay, enough of that. Anyways, after a falling out and stuff involving Speedy getting pissed at Green Arrow and the other Justice League guys, not showing them they show them the Hall of Justice, but they don't show them the Watchtower, but just stuff like that. And so afterwards, the gang consisting of Robin, the Decoration Robin, Kid Flash, and the Wally West Flash, Kid Flash, and the Garth Aqualad, no, not Garth, Calder Aqualad. They all free a clone of Superman called Superboy, and they all get to live at some bunch of great stuff happens, and they soon all live at their old base called Mount Justice, which is a mountain, basically. And yeah, just overall, really great stuff. They had really great animation, There are times they have and will show blood. Well, not like ginormous amounts of blood, but there one brief time where like Red Arrow gets his face big cut and like we see a bit of blood still, yeah. But yeah, there's also a great animation, like I said, great voice casting, an amazing amount of characters. Like they have many new members join the team, like Miss Martian, Artemis, who's the daughter of the niece of, well, not technically niece, but they lied about that during the season, to Green Arrow. Then there's also Zatanna who joined, a girl named, I think her name was Rockets, I believe. So many people joined, like Blue Beetle later joined, Wonder Girl, the Tim Drake Robin, Nightwing led the team in some way. Did I say Blue Beetle? I think, but yeah, a lot of people joined. It's an amazing show, and you go check it out. It only lasted 2 seasons, which is stupid. Give us a 1st season. Alright, so number 6 on the list is going to the Superman the Animated Series. And Superman is a really popular character, so it only makes sense that he has to have a TV show somewhere on here. Of course, I believe it was helped created by Bruce Timm, which at least I can remember. I haven't watched that show in a while, but I've seen a lot of great episodes, and I know it's an amazing show. Animation style is really great and stuff. Casting is really good. I think who is the guy who plays that? The guy who plays Superman has been known as the voice of Superman in that show. Like, you know how people now say Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman, Mark Hamill will be the voice of Joker for now and forever. The guy who played Superman in that has been the voice of Superman for now and forever, people say, because he's voiced him in many cartoons and other stuff and games also. My favorite name, was Thomas something. But I know the voice actor in that show for Lex Luthor, Clancy Brown. That guy's also been known as the voice actor of Lex Luthor. So yes, like I said, they have some amazing plots and some really great villains in it, like Lobo, Parasite, Metallo, Brainiac, Bizarro. Just a lot of great characters in the show, and you should definitely go check it out. I actually have the complete 1st season on DVD, and one of my favorite episodes from that show was the episode where him and Flash had like a team up, which is actually a really fun episode to watch. Number 5, let's go to Spider-Man the Animated Series. This was the most popular Spider-Man show at the time, another Spider-Man show, Be It, which we'll get to soon. Actually, but if you don't know, I'm kind of spoiling it, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Spider-Man the Animated Series. I believe began in 1992 and ended in 1995. So, if that's correct, that's astounding good 4 years. But 4 years, but had 5 seasons, and in general had about 65 episodes in general. Animation style, you can tell, is not that good, but still. The show was really great. It had really some great story arcs from the comics also, and their own version of story arcs. Like, the first season is not that good. They're really just setting up all the villains and stuff. When you get into the 2nd season, the 3rd and 4th, 5th season, they're just amazing. Plus the story arcs, like, in story arc, in the episode, they don't just say part 2 or something, they'll say, like, chapter something, which I really like. They have many great story arcs, like a Venom story arc, a couple episodes, something involving Black Cat and the marriage of Peter and Mary Jane, a clone-related saga, the Clone Saga-related thing, Secret Wars, a bunch of, like, Spider-Man in it, which is sort of like a couple-year plot teaser for Spider-Verse, which happens a couple years later. No, it's not. I'm joking. But it's cool to have a bunch of Spider-Man in that one episode, which was my favorite episode. Story arc, which had all those Spider-Man in it. But yeah, it's a really great show. Amazing. I love all the characters in the show. They had, of course, Spider-Man's awesome. And they have many Marvel cameos, Captain America, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, the Prowler, many people, of course. And just an amazing show. Check it out. Was that number 5? Yeah, it's number 5. Number 4 on the list is Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Basically, if you've never seen this show, what are you doing, basically? Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Show, basically, is the perfect show to define the Avengers in cartoon form. So yes, the show is mainly, the beginning of the show is mainly based around Stanley and Jack Kirby's, like, sort of Avengers in a way. Because the team first consisted of Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Ant-Man, also known as Giant Man, Wasp, and later Captain America, and stuff like that. Hulk left at some point and stuff. It's an amazing show. Of course, the animation is quite friendly. Stories are ingenious. Cast is amazing. Everyone in the show is pretty cool. Spider-Man appears in like 3 episodes in the show. Everything in the show is amazing. They have like the Skrull invasion as a story arc in one episode. What else? What other stories they had? I forgot what they had. But the Secret Invasion was like one big story they had in season 2, stuff like that. So yeah, amazing stuff. Like I said, writing is amazing. Like, there's not much you can talk about the show because it's just amazing and stuff. So yeah, check it out. Number 3 on the list is Justice League and/or Justice League Unlimited. Basically, that's the same way Avengers. This show is the best kind of an adaptation of the Justice League in a cartoon form. The Justice League is basically a tie-in show from any of the other superhero shows that were out there, like Batman, and Superman. Both their shows that were back then all tied into this show basically. And so yes, and it's a really great show. The first show that was called Justice League consisted of the John Stewart Green Lantern, Wally West Flash, Hawkgirl, and Martian Manhunter. I really like how they use not the Barry Allen or Hal Jordan Flash, or Green Lantern. They use like the ones that many people might not know, so I think that's actually a really smart idea. It was really good, but until the Justice League Unlimited came, which basically they rebooted the series called Justice League Unlimited. It's still the same thing, so it's animation stories, and it's still connected to the original one. It was amazing. I had at least every DC hero up until that point in the show. They have people like Captain Atom, Black Canary, Zatanna, Booster Gold, Wildcat, Hawk and Dove, Mr. Terrific, Red Tornado, Dr. Fate, Supergirl. A lot of people was basically what I'm saying. Just amazing. They have many great stories, like a Doomsday, a couple episodes, whatever good episodes are there. Some amazing stuff at the end, like the final season, which is actually a really great season, involving some stuff with Darkseid. Overall, amazing show. You should really check it out. Number 2 is the Spectacular Spider-Man. This is the show I'm talking about that kind of like overpassed, beat Spider-Man the anime series. Spider-Man the anime series is still rock, but this one is still really great. It's produced by Sony, of course, who makes a really fantastic Spider-Man show. I'm not kidding about that. They've made past Spider-Man shows before, but this is really amazing. Stories are quite inventive. The animation is fun. Voice acting is pretty good, and really character design and everything else is just amazing. The show, like, I like how their designs and plots and stuff. I'm saying the same thing over and over, but not actually going to talk about the show because it's just too amazing. They have many great villains in it, like a Molten Man, Dr. Octopus, Shocker, Green Goblin, and Rhino. A bunch of characters in the show, and so yeah. Anyway, so yes. Now also, it was supposed to come out for a third season, but because of Disney wanted to make their Ultimate Spider-Man show, they had to cancel it. So Disney, why are you crushing the fanboys inside? It's like, why did you have to get rid of this show? Come on, dude. Like, just Ultimate Spider-Man show is not a good show in general, so don't even watch that. So yeah, but still, this show is amazing, and even though it's not coming out for the third season, it ended on a really great season 2 finale, except for that cliffhanger, which I'm not going to mention, which is bullcrap. Anyway, so, and the number 1 best superhero show should be no obvious to anyone's surprise, Batman the Animated Series. Being the big Batman fan, wait, I was about to say there had to be some Batman show on here, but I remember the 1960 show was on here. But yeah, like I said, Batman the Animated Series is the perfect Batman show that captures everything that's Batman. So, of course, it's created by Mr. Bruce Timm himself, who does a freaking amazing job at this show. So yeah, Batman the Animated Series is a dark show at times, also a funny show. It also introduced us to Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill's Batman and Joker voices. Just everything in the show is amazing, including some cool stuff. Like, there's an episode in the show that actually revealed to us that actually gave us the Mr. Freeze we all know and love. The episode Heart of Ice, which actually introduces the Mr. Freeze we all know and love. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. Like, it gives 5 bonus points for that. Animation style is amazing. Story is amazing also. 4 seasons it lasted. Even crossed over with Superman's show, and it had 3 animated films. If you count the one with Superman, it had in its 4 technically. So yeah, that's amazing. Basically, they were all great films. The first one actually got into theaters, so that's just amazing. This show remained number 1 back in its time, and fun fact actually, I believe I heard it somewhere, but I think it's true. This show still remains number 1 on its list. I believe being creative, which is reasonable for being creative. And so yeah, this show will always remain on number 1 on this list, just because it's so amazing. There's no show that could probably beat this. I'd be surprised if there was a show that could beat this, but still, this show is amazing. And if you have never seen it, I am truly sorry. But yeah, go watch it anyways. Like, you can find all this stuff on Netflix or DVD or probably even YouTube. I don't know. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching this top 10 video. I expect to see, hopefully, more top 10 videos coming out soon. I can't promise anything, but hopefully. So, see you guys in the next video. Later.